Hi, I'm Kenny Joya. Welcome to another one of my tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you embedding effects in Reaper. Now, embedding effects is a newer feature added to Reaper 6, which will allow us to see our effects or work with them even when the effects window is closed. And it's going to work with the Reaper effects like ReEQ, ReaComp, ReaXComp, and ReaSurround, and also some graphical JS plugins that work with Reaper. So let's take a look at how to use this feature. I have a track right here that has some effects on it. Let's say I want to put the EQ over here in the track control panel. So we can keep this window closed and still adjust our EQ on this track. So we'll right-click the effect. I'm going to go down here to show embedded user interface in track control panel. If we choose it, now our EQ shows up over here as well. So we can close the effects window and still adjust our EQ. And using modifiers, we can completely control this plugin from here. For example, we can boost and cut it by dragging up and down, change the frequency by dragging left and right. We could bypass the band by double-clicking it, unbypass it by double-clicking it again. We could change the bandwidth by holding down Shift to make it wider or more narrow. We can make a more fine-tuned adjustment by holding down Control on the PC or Command on the Mac and go up and down for more fine-tuning. We could delete the band, Alt on the PC, Option on the Mac, and that deletes the band. Or we could double-click over here to create new bands. So we could do just about everything we do in here in the track control panel. And obviously, we can see what's going on with the EQ when it's open all the time. We can do the same thing with ReaComp, the compressor. Just select that one and right-click and choose Show Embedded User Interface in Track Control Panel. And that puts the control right over here, and we could readjust our threshold, hold down Shift to adjust the output of the plugin, hold down Alt on the PC, Option on the Mac to readjust the ratio. But if we want to adjust the attack and the release, we still have to do that in here. But it still makes it a lot easier to control and see our plugins without opening up the effects window. We can readjust them on the fly right from here. Very useful. We can do the same thing with ReaXComp. Let's first hide these two. We can select them together and right-click and deselect Show Embedded User Interface, and it goes away. Let's choose ReaXComp instead. Show Embedded User Interface, and now that shows up over here, where we can adjust each frequency separately, change the gain, and change the ratio on each band right from here. All in real time, even when this window is closed. And we could also do it with ReaSurround. Let's hide this one, choose ReaSurround, Show Embedded User Interface, and now that plugin shows up as well. We can adjust it from here, even when the effects window is closed. And like I said, this will also work with JS plugins that have graphical interfaces. One of my favorites is the Midi Sequencer Megababy, where we can just draw in MIDI notes to trigger drums or synths. But we can see this step sequencer in the track control panel as well. Just right-click it, show embedded user interface in track control panel. Now this shows up as well. So we don't have to open the effects window to work with it. We could do it all in the track control panel. Now we could also see these plugins in the mixer. Here are the effects right here. We can right-click our EQ and choose show embedded user interface in the mixer control panel. That shows our EQ right here. It's a bit smaller than the track control panel, but we can still do all the same things. Adjust the gain, up and down, change the frequency, left and right, do fine tuning with the modifier, bypass the band, unbypass the band, delete the band, and create new bands, all from this window. Again, it's a lot easier to see it in this window without having to open up the plugin window each time. And it's going to work with REAPER the same way. Adjust the threshold, adjust the ratio, or adjust the output gain. Now there's also some actions that go with this feature. Let's go to the Actions menu and choose Show Action List. And we'll type in Embed. And here we could see all the actions that go with embedding our effects. We could show all with this action, and they all show up in here. We could hide them all with this action, and that hides the embedded effects. We could choose the less focused effects with this one. So if we choose the EQ and choose this action, it's going to add the EQ to our track control panel. And we could choose the next one from here, our compressor, the REAX compressor, REA Surround, and Mega Baby. And just scroll through each one, going forward or backwards. And we could also do it with our mixer. Show last effects in the mixer. And our EQ shows up in the mixer. So that's pretty much it. That's embedding effects in REAPER. I hope you learned something, hope you could use it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.
Bye.